hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed. Deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
Look at this flower. This is going to open sometime tomorrow, I believe. Then it's going to close and then open again and close for the night. It just stays open for a couple of hours, but the flower lasts about 3 days. It's not fully formed yet, so I think tomorrow we are going to have it open. So the weather did definitely change today and yesterday. It's not cold, I can't say that it's cold, but there is a little bit of a chill in the air. And yesterday we got these heavy torrential rains. It was supposed to be Thursday, but we got it yesterday, and I love those rains. So yeah, I got my I don't even know how it's called, shrug, a cardigan that I knitted, I don't know, 2 years ago, something like that. There is a video about it of how I knitted it. But I do like this thing, especially for those moments and when I kind of like cozy up like this. So as the weather is changing, what I want to do with the garden is I want to go and I'm not going to do that today, but I want to go to a garden center and buy some of the seedlings for the greens, for the salad greens that we have, because sometimes I plant them from seed, but I found that when I get the seedlings it's much easier because of the cats. Well, now it's the cat because we only have one now. Jake passed away earlier this year. So I'm going to get some seedlings, because normally if it's too hot, and it doesn't have to be even too hot, just a little bit hot, they bolt. So now I think that the weather is changing, so I can get the seedlings and then plant them so we can have salad throughout the winter. And that's going to be good, although I'm not going to go today. What I want to do today is, let me show you the triangle shawl that I've been working on. And it's progressing. I'm really not in a hurry to finish it, to have a finished project. However, it's just a pleasure to work with this yarn. It's my hand spun yarn. It's an asymmetric triangle shawl. And the yarn is, I said it in the previous vlog, so it's a mixture of merino and alpaca and silk and camel and cashmere, I think. It's really, really beautiful. That's why I really wanted to work with this yarn, and I didn't really have an idea of what I want to make. The whole point was just for me to work with it, and that's why I decided to cast on this triangle shawl. And I'm enjoying working on it ever since I finished the rug for my sister. But however, what I want to do today is that last night I realized, when I was making a list for Christmas gifts, I normally make a list earlier in the year and I tick them off throughout the year as I make them or as I buy them. So by the time that Christmas comes, I already have all the gifts that I need. This year I didn't do that, and I already have quite a few gifts. However, I realized that there are definitely some that are missing, and the ones I realized that I'm going to want to make a few more hot water bottle covers. This time I'm not going to be making it from fingering weight yarn. I'm going to be using, because I want to make a few, and they're small 1 liter bottles. This is kind of a DK weight yarn that I'm using, and I'm pairing these two yarns together So I already knitted a hot water bottle cover out of this yarn, held with mohair, and this is the one that I bought. It's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. This is wool. That I bought 2 months ago in one of the local shops. It was just an impulse purchase because it was really, really inexpensive. I don't remember the price now, but it was really inexpensive. And I had like 6 or balls of 100 grams of it. So I'm holding these two together, and I'm working on 3.5mm needle. I could have used 4, but I like this dense fabric that it's creating. And I think it's going to have a slight shift in the shading because this yarn is kind of self-striping. So I only have this ball left. But what I want to do today is I started a couple of months ago this garter wrap, I'm all tangled, garter wrap, garter stitch wrap. And I was going to use that self-striping yarn mixed with some of this beautiful fuzzy gray. I don't actually know what wool is that. And I was going to change those, like alternate those colors and make a wrap. But I don't have enough of this self-striping yarn. So most of it would be gray. And what I realized that when I started knitting, the gray one, even though it's the same thickness, it does go inside, like the gauge is smaller or bigger. I'm not sure, but it would kind of like cinch in. And if it was only one stripe of gray, then I could easily block that out. But since most of the shawl would be done in gray and with only occasional stripes of this, then I would have to basically block and adjust the width of the shawl, of the wrap, throughout the whole project. So I thought I'm not going to do that, and I put it on hold. And now that I see that I want to use this other yarn for hot water bottle covers, I'm going to unravel this, which is not a problem at all, considering that I have only this little bit done. Otherwise, it would be really nice if I had much more of this yarn and then just a few stripes of gray. However, I don't. And I don't think that I'm going to buy it again. I don't even know where I had it, where I got it from. Was it a gift? So maybe if I come across it, but so far I don't have any more. So I'm going to unravel this and separate a few skeins that I have, random skeins like that, in one bowl, and just start using those up for hot water bottle covers, and just so I can have them as those gifts that I feel that I'm missing. So that's the plan for today.
Blink of an eye and move out and beyond your own. But no matter what comes your way, I will stay right here beside you to catch you if you fall. And deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you. Deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
So look, it took me almost, I'm almost done here. I'm just going to start decreasing here, and I'm going to finish the whole cover. I was going to finish it yesterday because it really didn't take long at all, but then I started working on the computer and just forgot about this. Otherwise, it could have been easily done in just one night. So I think a few decreases, maybe every other round, here and here, and then just seaming it the way that I see. Maybe one or two rounds more for like 1 more centimeter, and then just decreasing and then seaming it up. But it's looking good. It looks pretty, like a jumper. Yeah, I got the broken ones. I asked the lady there if she needed them, and
try not to get a splinter.
Yeah, try not to get a splinter and don't scratch the car.
Which is more important, yes. Sonny! Oh.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Sorry.
Thanks, Alex. Good morning, Baguette. Good morning. I didn't record anything yesterday, but I do want to show you something that I was showing you yesterday. And here it is. It opened. How pretty it is. Compare them into the size of the cactus. Look at the size of the flower. I need to add some more soil. You see some of the roots are being exposed. But let's just admire the flower. And then it closes after a couple of hours, opens again, and it's like that for about 3 days, dies out, and the new one takes its place, and we have like 2 or 3 flowers, one after the other, and then next year again. I've been slacking a lot for the past couple of days, and I haven't actually been recording for the channel at all. And I can't say that I've been slacking off because I've been so busy. I've been working with the other things. I had a lot of other work to do. However, it's very difficult to kind of shift from one work, which is completely different to this channel, to the channel when I'm recording daily. So I haven't recorded anything for a couple of days, but I just made a list of the things that I want to talk to you about so I can slowly get back on track. What I did finish is the hot water bottle covers. In fact, I did 2. So the first one that I was making is this one. When I was combining, because I have these random yarns, and these are this type of random yarns, and also it's over there, I'm not going to bring now, some that I bought from a local shop that I'm not going to be using for much else. And I have some random yarns, probably more than this, but this is the example. Beautiful colors, beautiful yarns, but just a little bit of each one. And what I would like to do is kind of go through my stash and find some of those random yarns that I'm not going to be buying again, that I don't even know where they came from. And if I can sort them out per weight, for like the same weight, then I can use them up in whatever projects I'm going to use them, but just so I don't have them necessarily lying around. And if they match, because I think these are a little bit thinner than fingering weight, if I can use them as fingering weight, then I can use them for like some color work in the socks, but not the bottom part where you need the stronger yarn, just maybe around the cuff, or some details in other projects. But what I would like to do is to start getting organized. And I think that seems to be the word for me lately. I really do want to get organized in a lot of areas of my life, starting with my house. But let me show you the hot water bottle cover. So this is the one that I did, and I like this thickness because the first one that I made is this one, and I used 3mm needle. This is the first one that I made, and it's really pretty. However, I really like the thickness of this one, and this was 3.5mm needle, and I used like this yarn held with the navy blue yarn, also like a thin fingering weight. So I think from now on I'm going to be making them like in DK weight yarn. Maybe thicker yarn would be too much, too thick. So I think for now I'm going to be sticking with these, and they go so much faster. So I did that one, and then what I did is, because I unraveled that beginning of that shawl that I was making, that wrap, and I wanted to use this yarn that I had, but because it already had mohair with it, very thin mohair, so it was in between sport weight but not, and DK, not quite DK. I held it with another strand of that mohair because that mohair that I used is thinner than the usual ones, and I made this one also with 3.5, so kind of the same thickness with this one. And if you can see the difference, this one obviously shows more stripy and it looks prettier, but I do like the thickness of this yarn better. So I have these ones, actually all three, as gifts now for Christmas. And I've bought a few more extra bottles so I can make if I need last minute gifts. But I really think that this is a perfect option now for the coming season. Okay, so that's done. What's next? My stepson was asking me to teach him how to knit. So I started doing that, and I cast on wooden needles for him, just 30 something stitches. He wanted to knit himself a scarf. So he started to do that, and I just cast on 30 something stitches on 8mm needle. I'm using Stylecraft, it's an acrylic wool blend, but I wanted him to have like a thicker yarn so he can practice the knit stitch. And he's going. I taught him how to do the knit stitch, and he's going. And I told him, don't worry about the tension, don't worry about the neat edges. You know, it's gonna look boho, it's gonna look bohemian, so don't worry about that. Just work that knit stitch. The only thing is make sure that you always have the same amount of stitches on the needles, that you don't lose stitches, because then we have a problem that you don't lose the stitches. So he's been going, he's been learning, and he got a hang of it. I tried to first I gave him the metal needles, and they were a bit too slippery for him, so I transferred to the wooden ones just until he kind of gets this into the muscle memory. Is he going to stay with it? I don't know, but so far he's going. Sorry, that's sunny. And so far he's going, and I'm really, really happy. I'm really excited. Like now, you know, I have somebody to talk to about knitting. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, before I give the rug away that I made for my sister and my brother-in-law, I wanted to give you the details of the rug and how I made it, just because if I give it away, I'm going to... Sorry, let me just let Sunny out. Well, I opened the back door because I closed it earlier because there was some noise outside, so I closed it earlier, but I saw her walking up and down, and I thought maybe she wants to go out. However, she's still chilling in the kitchen. So I want to show you about the rug, because after I give it away, I won't be able to show it to you. And I do want one for myself. And somebody wrote in the comments, you said, oh, you're definitely going to want one for yourself. And I do. And based on my calculations of how much it took of what yarn, I think I'm going to have enough yarn to make one for myself. So the rug, now, I don't know exactly how many stitches I did, because I didn't measure. I not cast on because it's crochet, I don't know how you call it, but about this length. I think it was about 90 centimeters wide. However, it shrank after felting it, and it's about 2 meters long before felting it. Now, I don't know, this looks about 70 centimeters wide now, so from 90 to 70 it shrunk, and I don't know exactly how much in the length. It's beautiful, so soft. I showed you in the last episode. I love it, and I have to get this possibly shelf liners that I'm going to either sew at the back, those non-slip things. So either I'm going to sew at the back or just give them the rolls so they can just put on the floor and put the rug on top, because obviously it would be slippery on a wooden floor especially. Now, what I did is I combined, just as a recap, a strand of Fisherman's Wool by Lion Brand. And this, it says that it's worsted, but I think it's more of a thicker DK. And I combined it with a strand of DK mohair. And I used 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Now, normally you would use a larger hook if you were crocheting that kind of weight of yarn, but because I wanted the fabric to be tighter, I used 4, and I'm also a loose knitter and a loose, like relaxed crocheter as well. It worked for me with a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. So I used these two yarns combined, and I just worked single crochet. And that was it. So it doesn't have too many gaps, especially with the mohair. It just fills it out, and I use single crochet all the way through, the way that I do my blankets. And the fabric, I'll show you one more time. I really like the fabric that I got, and this is how I'm going to be doing them in the future as well, probably. Now, when I felted it in the dryer with 2 towels. I washed them, I washed the rug in the washing machine on the wool setting with 2 or 3 towels. So it can take all the water out on the centrifuge, and then I put it in the dryer, and I was taking it out every 15 minutes or so I can see the progress, but it took like 1 cycle of the dryer to felt it. Now there was hair everywhere. The towels were full of hair, and then after, did you hear that? That was Sunny and Baguette. Okay, so the towels, they were full of hair, and then afterwards, when I wanted to wash the towels with the clothes, especially the dark clothes, that hair got everywhere. The kids were saying, "Mom," because all their black t-shirts, they just had mohair everywhere. So just have in mind, if you ever do something like that, have in mind that maybe those towels, they will need to go through the wash one more time on their own after you felt it, or to be felting with something else that you're not going to be using in normal usage, you know, that you don't need to wash with normal clothes. However, it really came out beautiful. And I wrote down, now I measured how much yarn of what it took. And from what I see here, this rug, it took, so the whole rug is about 1 kilo and 400 grams. Mohair, it took 650 grams approximately, and wool about 750 grams. So now looking at what I have left from mohair, because I have this which is about 400 grams, but I have more on another cone, which is enough for another rug. And I have also another four of these, which are, let me see how many, it's 227 grams of fisherman's wool from Lion brand. So if I make it a bit thinner or a bit shorter, I'm going to have enough of this yarn, both mohair and both this wool, to make one for myself, and then finish with this yarn, this mohair and this wool, again coming back to the organizing part, and to use up, but not use up in a sense that, oh, let's just make anything just so we can use up the wool. No, it's just using it as a palette to make specific projects that are perfect for that kind of yarn. I don't want to use it up just to use it up, but it makes me happy when I do use everything that I have. And since I know that I'm not necessarily going to be buying any more of this mohair, I might later on, but definitely not for now, because it's too thick for normal projects. So these kind of projects are perfect. And I'm making another very thick blanket. So whatever I have left over, I'm going to put that in a blanket that is like a really warm, thick blanket. It's upstairs now, so I'm not going to show you. But I'm going to use these yarns, and so I don't have any more leftovers anymore, and I can use as much as I have until the last drop of yarn, as I'm saying, basically, like even this little bit of the fisherman's wool, and not have any leftover, and just get it out of my stash, but creating something beautiful, and that is going to end up on my floor. The plan, as I said, is I really want to start, I have the need to start organizing things, because I feel like I'm drowning in stuff. I feel like I'm drowning in yarn, in boxes, in clothes that are all over the place, and I know that that's my fault, but somehow whenever I'm busy, I just let it get away from me, and without realizing, like I have a chair next to my bed, and that chair was not full. It was just there to put some clothes, in the night, when I take them off, when I put my pajama on, to put them on the side. And before I know it, that pile of clothes was just getting bigger and bigger. And yesterday it fell over. And then when I saw how many things I had on there, didn't even realize it was just piling up. And that's just one example. And the same with these yarns and random things. I have no problem with having stash. In fact, I love having stash. But I would like my stash to represent like a palette, like when I'm painting, to know which yarns I like, to know which colors I like, and to have them always in stock, so whenever I need that color, like a palette in painting, like with my old paints, I tend to use the same colors and just kind of take it out whenever I need it. But all these bits and pieces of some of them that I'm not going to use again, I would like to use those up. And as far as variety, I do definitely have variety, which are sweater quantities. And also with my hand span, I always get variety, and I always create something new. So don't think like, oh, just I'm going to stick with one type of yarn. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just thinking out loud. I'm going to stick with one type of yarn and a few colors. No, I do get variety, but I do want to start using up for some nice projects these random bits and pieces. And also kind of getting ready for the winter. I'm saying winter. But the thing is that today it's been 29 degrees, and you really wouldn't think that for November. 29 degrees, I don't know what date it is today, 20th, 21st, 22nd, I'm not sure, of end of November anyway, 29 degrees. But I kind of want to get ready for the winter, and I did most of, if not all of my Christmas shopping. Maybe there is a few things that I would like, some smaller things that I would like to make, but nothing that would take too long. And I would like to buy a coffee machine because our big one broke, and we borrowed from my parents, I think Nespresso or something like that. We borrowed that one, but I would like to buy a coffee machine. And I bought my teas for winter, the ones that I like to use. I'll show them to you in another episode. I need to do one painting for my mother-in-law, which is way overdue. She asked me a couple of years ago, and it's just sitting. I feel like it's sitting on my head, but I'm going to do it in resin. That's the idea that I have, and that needs to take priority because her birthday is at the end of the month. But saying all that, I'm also thinking to do Vlogmas. However, it's going to be a different kind of Vlogmas. More of a very gentle December, because there is so much pressure on us at the moment. The world is a shit show, you know it. You're all experiencing it. Most of you are experiencing it. And I don't want to have my December like that, or run up to Christmas or holidays, whatever. I don't want to have it like that. I want to have a very gentle December where I can just enjoy my winter, enjoy whatever the temperature it is, just enjoy little things daily, and hopefully you are going to like a little bit relaxed pace of that. But I also have to plan for that because I will need to start a few days earlier, so I don't feel the pressure of every day, just a few days earlier, so I can give myself some grace. Okay, I thought that I'm just going to come on here and just chat with you for a couple of minutes and then continue recording a vlog. However, I just ended up talking, and probably I'm going to finish the vlog here. Okay, thank you for watching, and if I don't see you one more time before Vlogmas, then I will see you hopefully December 1st, and if not, maybe I'll see you one more time before then. Thank you for watching, and bye for now. Here, but not like this at the back.
I think that's how I did it last time.
Like this at the back.
Because I was doing it, I was like, something's not right.
Yeah. So, not like this at the back. Like this at the back. So you see, you can have the actual stitches that look the same. Yeah. Now, if you want, if the first stitch is giving you a bit of an issue, there is a way that you just slip the first stitch. You don't knit it, you slip it only like that. That will actually give you more even stitches, more even edges. So that way you get the yarn on this one, how I taught you that you knit. So you slip the first stitch, so you have the yarn here at the back, so the stitch looks exactly like all the other ones, because like this it wouldn't look the same. So it looks the same like the other ones. I just grab
it, I transfer it.
You take it, you know, the actual stitch. So the stitch is only this thing that is on the needle, nothing below. You slip it, and then you do
slip through, grab the thread, pull it through, and then take it off. Slip through, grab it, pull it through and off.
Yeah.
Alright, see, now it's all simpler. So,
okay.
When I started doing it myself, I swear I did something wrong and I was too scared to continue.
It's okay. This usually will be on your left. Yeah?
Is there any reason for that?
Well, yeah, because the yarn, he's holding it in the left hand.
There.
Yeah.
Hello.
And if it's easier for you, you bunch up the fabric a bit on the needle so it's not too stretched. Look at you go!
He's getting faster now, isn't he?
Ah, look at you go!
He's getting faster.
Yeah.
Looser, huh?
Yeah. No, it's just so it's easier for you.
Yeah, exactly. It was easier to fucking do it also because
Yeah.
it's looser now.
Mom.
Just do this 500 more times and I got a
Dad,
scarf,
Dad.
huh?